Coming out's hard. I mean, like coming out to the show tonight's hard. Haven't been here in a while. So I feel like I was talking to my therapist. Speaking of therapy, and they were saying how people sometimes have like these ideas in their head that they don't really have any justification for. They're kind of planted there a long time ago, and they never really bothered taking a look. So I was perusing through those the other day. I just picked out like a box of driving on it. I was like, yeah, I think I'm pretty good at driving. Let's see how that is. And open it up the box. I was like, yeah, there's my first car. Funny already. All right. And I was like, yeah, there's my first car. There's me driving without insurance in that first car because I was like 17. There's like a couple of speeding tickets in there. A few accidents a few cars later. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good at driving. At least Uber seems to think so. They trusted me with driving for them. So. And I saw another box on there that I hadn't touched like in a long time. I had to like dust it off, blow the whatever had fallen on it, turn it around, see what it even says. It says straight on there. And I'm like, yeah, okay, something I believe evidently. Open it up, and there's like nothing in there. So I'm like, okay. So I call up one of my buddies. I'm like, hey man, like, how do you know you're straight? And then goes on about things. I'm like, oh, really? That's how you know you're straight, huh? No, like really? You can do that? Like I've seen things in like videos, but no. I'm like, all right, anyway, very confused. Hung up the phone, and I started thinking like he was mentioning some things that you could do. I was like, well, I guess I've seen videos. I've seen like videos and things like that. And I'm like, all right, so like what do I usually search when I'm doing that? And I like go through my like porn history, you know. And it's like typically it's just like huge dicks is on there. That's what I need huge dicks in order to get off. And so I'm like, all right, what am I doing with this? And I like peruse one of the videos that I've gone through before. It's no issue because I've already seen it, so it doesn't get you aroused or anything like that. It's just like a study object, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just kind of like staring at this dick and like being like, no, I'm not ready yet. I'm trying to like time myself with like the guy, and then like get off at the same time the guy's getting off. And it's like, Anyway, so I was thinking about porn. I checked my straight box. I was like, okay, that's not in there. And I was like, all right, so if I had the dream scenario, I was the director, I could choose whatever I wanted to. I could watch whatever porn I wanted. What would I do? And then just a string of words came to mind. It was just like a title. She's 15 minutes late to the bukkake. And I was like, all right, okay, well, I'll roll with it. I don't know if that's my favorite. I don't know if that's when I direct, but it came up. Let's see how that goes. How would that go? And it's just about 15 guys, you know, standing around like towels and kind of staring at each other. One guy's on the phone. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, click. He looks up, not to worry, guys. She's just running a little bit late. She'll be here. And then one of the other guys is like, oh, she's like, I got a tight schedule. Like I'm booked pretty all up today. So we gotta. And the other guy who's on the phone is like, oh, so we just gotta get started right away then. And the other guy was like, yeah, pretty much. And then the other 13 guys were like, what? Wait, what? And then nobody else had any ideas, so they just go ahead and get started. And you get about 13 minutes of just guy on guy action. And then 13 minutes later, you've got the last couple of people who just like were really trying to hold out, but then they end up blowing their loads all over the other guys. And then girl walks in, like ching ching, the door opens, and she's got like a big old tray of coffees. And she just like kind of walks in and just sees, just catastrophe, just like ejaculate running down through like chest hair, and like the guy who said he had somewhere to be is just passed out, clearly not going anywhere. And I was like, okay. So I call up another straight friend. I just start perusing through my phone. And I'm like, okay, who else do I got? I'm like, okay, cool, I'll call her. And so I'm like, hey, and I'm like, so how do you know you're straight? She's like, same thing. I'm like, oh yeah, like fucking dudes, like really strong, like abs and stuff like that, cock and balls. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. And then hang up the phone. And thank goodness I called her, because I was kind of worried. Like I had this box saying I'm straight, but talked to her and it all seemed to make sense. Perfect. That was a great amount of laughs right there. That's my time. Thank you very much.
Every time I see you come up on stage, I always get blown away. Well, what are you gonna say? You forgot your notebook, though.
Oh.
Anyway, on deck we've got Whitney Russell, but please welcome to the stage, Billy.